I'm Mary Ann Ramsey. I own Betty McLean Travel in Naples, Florida. I am 70 years old, and what I love most about travel is learning and exploring new destinations and teaching other people about how to travel. As a young girl, my parents traveled a bit. We went to Europe a lot. My father was very interested in making me be independent or allowing me to be independent. So when I was 7, you could fly alone. So he put me on a plane, and I went to visit my brother in New York City. So that was fun. And then when you were 12, you could fly to Europe by yourself. So he put me on a plane and sent me to Europe by myself. My parents just taught me not to be afraid of anything, and to take it as an experience. And when I got there, I did have some relatives that met me, so I wasn't there all by myself. So I stayed for a month and explored with some family members.
That taste of travel at a young age motivated Mary Ann to major in hospitality at Michigan State University. After graduation, she worked first in hotels and then transitioned to a travel agency. It was a perfect fit, and her career took off.
I loved the variety and what I always call sort of puzzle solving, getting people where they needed to go in the most expeditious way. I started at Betty McLean Travel in 1979, and then I purchased the company from Betty McLean in, I think it was 1982. And I just kept the name because it had goodwill, and you paid for that back then. I think maybe when you're young, you don't realize what you're doing. Sometimes you just take that risk, and it turned out to be a really good risk to do that.
With Ramsey at the helm, Betty McLean Travel has flourished as a pioneer in luxury travel for over 45 years. Yet Mary Ann doesn't see her leadership as revolutionary.
I try not to think of myself as a female entrepreneur. I try to think of myself just as an entrepreneur, and I think that's really helped. I try to think of everybody that owns a company or that works for my company sort of as my equal, and I think that's really helped me focus and be successful. I had dinner with Margaret Thatcher years ago, and I sat next to her and I asked her that question: how does it feel to be, the female head of a country? And she said, well, my darling, she said, it has nothing to do with anything. So that was back in the 80s, and I thought that was really prophetic, actually, sort of solidified my feelings. I've always felt that people respected me. Nobody questioned female versus male. So I feel very lucky that way, because I think in other industries it probably surfaces a lot more.
Betty McLean Travel has been affiliated with Virtuoso, the leading global network of luxury travel agencies, for over 30 years. Ramsey feels their network of connections has elevated the luxury travel industry, broadened her own travel experiences, and has been instrumental in helping her business succeed.
I really feel like having the suppliers from Virtuoso as our focus was very helpful. Instead of trying to sell every company and sell every hotel and sell everything, having that focus was really instrumental in the growth and success of the business. I like to learn new things, and I like to go new places, and I'm not afraid to go by myself. I'm not afraid of unknown territory, or going to a new port And I've learned, too, that through Virtuoso, the suppliers are helping me enhance the experience. The relationships are incredible. I mean, you just know people from all over the world. You would never get that opportunity being without Virtuoso. It's just really nice to see people from all over the world and meet your suppliers from Africa and meet your suppliers from Italy and everything, and then to know them over the years and see their growth as well.
Even after over 40 years in the profession, Mary Ann's thirst for travel hasn't been quenched. She loves it as much as she did as a young girl, discovering new destinations, cruising on new ships, and active adventures like gorilla trekking. But it's going on safari in Africa that captures her heart again and again.
My first trip was actually to South Africa, and I just remember how I was just stunned and fascinated and loved every minute of it. And I have to confess, I've been on safari 28 times. The people are so special. It gives you lessons in life. I think you get to know those people so much deeper than other countries. You know, you're spending all day with them, the safari guides and the camp staff, and they're so knowledgeable. They want to share with you. And then just to see the animals, and it's so peaceful. I cry when I get there, and I cry when I leave. I probably sob when I leave.
It's experiences like that and helping others find their own magical travel moments that keep Mary Ann going with no expectations of slowing down.
I have a lot of people that say, well, when are you going to retire? And I say, well, first, I'm too young. And then second, what would I do that would make me any happier? And it also keeps your brain fresh, I think. You know, you're always trying to put that puzzle together. And did you remember everything? So I think it just motivates me to keep going. And there's still a couple of places that I'd like to explore. It is such an enlightening experience, just seeing the beautiful historic sites of our world. Learning the culture of other people is just incredible, what their values are. It's so eye-opening to me. I think everybody should be doing it. Everybody should be doing it.